Today I have a Wi-Fi digital wireless video door phone. The user manual that's included with it is pretty small with the writing, and the pictures are pretty small, so it took me a little while to find the right program because the search for door phone did not really return the results I needed looking on the App Store. But I have provided a link in the text portion of the review, and that should help. I've already got the program installed on my phone, so we'll be taking a look at that. With this you get, of course, the user manual here, and I don't have the perfect angle, of course, and I apologize, but this is about as best as I could do to have things hooked up the way I needed to. This is the door chime portion over here. It has a volume control, and it has many different rings you can choose from on the side over here, and it's just those two buttons. And then on the bottom where the plug is, there's also a little bit of a cutout speaker type portion, and you have your charger here. It has a USB type plug here that runs to the back of this, which is the actual doorbell itself. And
calling now. Wait a moment, please.
Well,
Sorry, no answer. Please press doorbell later.
okay, well, that was unexpected, but I accidentally bumped the doorbell button on the front when I picked it up, so that gives you an idea of what happens when it rings. I have the app running in the background of my phone, and in this particular instance nothing happened on my phone. Every so often it doesn't seem to work, it doesn't seem to register with the phone, but most of the time it does. Every so often it does not. Other than that, I've really had no major issues with it now that I have the right app. When I had the previous app that I thought was the right one, it wasn't working right because the app was the wrong app. But with this app on here, for the most part it works well. While we're looking at the back here, you've got the connection with the USB power cord I was just mentioning. You have a RJ45 or LAN Ethernet network connection here that plugs in, and you also have an additional included cable in the event that you have remote locking doors that you want to tie in with this. They provide a connector for that as well. And on the front of the unit you have your doorbell button, your sensor, your lighting, your infrared LEDs for nighttime, your camera in the center, and your speaker and microphone here in the center. As you heard, the audio is actually quite clear. The video is actually quite clear as well. I say it works fairly well. On the back of this, there is a small notched out portion and a little screw hole on the bottom, and that is because on the piece that this actually mounts into, it snaps into place on the top. It's magnetic on the bottom, and there's a screw hole that you can put a screw they include in it to secure it so it can't be pulled out. So there's your little housing. It kind of gives you a little bit of a shade and I guess a little water protection. You have two adhesive mounting tape that are included. You have screws to mount the unit, and you have the small screw that holds the unit into the actual little frame. And other than that, of course, here's your box. Nothing really special to say about that. It just kind of shows you the mounting. So yeah, nothing really interesting there. I guess I'm a little confused about how you would mount this to the brick wall and power it. Maybe I'm missing something, but this has 4 screws holding it closed on the back. One of them is covered by a little sticker, and it says not to remove any stickers for warranty, so I'm guessing there's no battery inside of this. I don't want to open it up and cause any issue with the warranties or anything like that. But without batteries, this is going to have to be powered by a cable that's not very long, and I don't know how that's going to work. You kind of limits your mounting options severely, so that just doesn't make sense to me. Maybe I'm not clear, and if I can get a microscope to read the if I can get a microscope to read the user manual, then maybe I'll find something, but I don't remember seeing anything in here. It says not to mount it in direct sunshine or rain, and try to keep as few as possible things blocking the signal between the unit and the Wi-Fi router. So keep that in mind. And it says wrap the plug with tape when putting the cable through the wall. That can avoid sediment into the plug and cause a malfunction. So that indicates to me that it is intended to be plugged in at all times, which for me is just it kind of kills it, because I have a steel door that I would mount this to, and that, I wouldn't put it anywhere but on the door, in place of basically the right under or right near the peephole. So that kind of defeats the purpose as far as I'm concerned. But let's do a real quick demo of the actual app.
Calling now. Wait a moment, please.
See if we can get it to show up on the telephone. Oh, and it does not appear to be working.
Sorry, no answer. Please press doorbell later.
Try it again.
Calling now. Wait
There
a
you
moment,
go.
please.
Alright, so there you go. I guess it had not been reset in a while. Alright, let's mute that so it doesn't pick up the voice and feedback. There's a little microphone you push here to talk. You can do snapshot of the person. You can do video of the person. There's a delay and unlock. I haven't really played with those much. There's some other things in the software I can't really show you very well. See, in the
Hang up
call.
already. Welcome to visit again.
Yeah, some broken English. It's kind of odd. You've got your different settings that you can go through. This is really something you'll have to set up for your personal preference. I don't really have a lot to say about this. It's sort of like the broken English. It's understandable, but not as clear as you might want it to be. So there's a little bit of oddness to it, I would say, because it doesn't really give you an explanation about what the app is giving you as far as options. There's options there, but they're not explained. So I'm not 100% certain what they give you. The ability to change the clock from a 24-hour clock to a 12-hour clock would be a welcome thing. That's just one of the things. You do have the ability to go to where you record your pictures and your video, so you can review things that have happened. And if you hit the little dots, you have the different alarms and bells. You can change the different sounds about the app, exit the app, and put it in the background. I've had the app running for probably 12 hours, well, a little bit more than 12 hours, and apparently maybe you need to restart it occasionally, because as you saw a couple times there, the doorbell rang once accidentally and then on purpose. It didn't show up on the phone, and as soon as I exited the app and re-entered the app, it picked it up the very first time. Video was clear. So all in all, it's pretty nice most of the time, but there's some room for improvement, mainly with just explaining better the application, getting the application, because the search for doorbell turns up some results and you don't know for sure which one's the right one, and making the manual a little more thorough, as well as maybe a little larger in print, because with the photos, I don't know how well you can see that, but I mean, you really can't see anything on the photos, so having them there is not really helpful. It's not really useful at all. But overall, when this thing works, it works.